Apple just did the unthinkable. For years, we've been stuck in this loop. If you wanted a Mac, you had to pay the Apple tax. But today, everything changed. Forget the Air, forget the Pro. This is the MacBook Neo. And the most insane part, it starts at $599. Yeah, you heard that right. A brand new MacBook for the price of a Mac Mini. But is this actually a Pro machine in disguise, or just a glorified iPad with a keyboard? Let's get into it. First things first, the name, Neo. It's a word we've never heard from Apple before. We all thought it was a leak or a code name. But no, it's official. Design-wise, it is stunning. It's a 13-inch all-aluminum chassis that is super thin and surprisingly light. It comes in 4 colors: Indigo, Blush, Citrus, and Silver. And here's the aesthetic touch. The keyboards are actually tinted to match the color of the chassis. It's subtle, but in the right light, it looks incredible. Oh, and for the notch haters out there, rejoice, there's no notch. Just a clean 1080p webcam tucked into a slim top bezel. So how did they hit that $599 price point? Well, the heart of this machine is the A18 Pro chip. If that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same chip found in the iPhone 16 Pro. We're talking 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of starting storage. Now look, before you go trying to render 8K video in Final Cut, let's be real. This is what I'm calling the Safari Book. It's built for web browsing, emails, Google Docs, and light multitasking. If you're a student or someone who just needs a reliable premium computer that fits in a backpack and lasts all day, this is for you. But if you're asking if it has enough RAM for 3D rendering, you already know the answer is no. Of course, for $599, there are some trade-offs. On the left, you get 2 USB-C ports, but they are not Thunderbolt. You also get a headphone jack, which is nice. The biggest surprise? The trackpad. Unlike every other modern Mac, this isn't a haptic trackpad. It's an old-school, mechanical, clicking trackpad. It feels fine, but it's definitely a cost-cutting move. Also, if you buy the base model, you don't get Touch ID, just a standard lock button. You have to spend an extra $100 to get the 512 gigabyte storage and the fingerprint sensor. The display maxes out at 500 nits and 60 hertz. It's good, but it's not going to blow your mind. History lesson time. Does anyone remember the 12-inch MacBook from 2015? It was beautiful, thin, and terrible. It used an Intel chip that would overheat if you even looked at it wrong. But Apple never gave up on that dream. They just waited for their own silicon to catch up. The MacBook Neo is basically that 12-inch MacBook reincarnated. Because the A18 Pro is so efficient, they can finally make a laptop this thin without it turning into a literal space heater. It's what that machine was always supposed to be. This is a direct shot at Chromebooks and the education market. With a student discount, this laptop drops to $499. Think about that. For $500, you can get a full Mac experience. It kills the iPad plus keyboard argument because an iPad with a magic keyboard actually costs more and does less. Apple is playing the hits this week. We also saw new studio displays, an iPhone 17e and M5 MacBook Pros. But the Neo is the star. It's the entry point we've been waiting for. So, are you picking one up? Or is 8 gigabytes of RAM still a deal breaker in 2026? Let me know in the comments. I'm out. Peace.